Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky? It might be as almost to the point of Ruth.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Tausch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Tuesday edition. The win and they're in. One playoff berth remains in terms of wild card spots. The NFC South champ will get one, and then a wild card / maybe still possibly, but probably not. The NFC North title still in play, but there's still a chance. You're saying there's a chance. Edition. Do we know who's going to play quarterback? Is Clayton Tune going to have to play quarterback? Jen Latta told me she did some Googling, and the analytics show a major spike in Google searches for Clayton Tune edition. Andy is today the day, although he probably won't be able to talk about it with us because he's in the concussion protocol, that Jordan Love gets his first Pro Bowl berth edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. And spoiler alert from the NFL, the answer to that question is no. And, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from his undisclosed location, but a different undisclosed location than he usually is undisclosed in, he's the Packers Hall of Famer. He's big on countertop space. He is the great Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. What were you just teasing that Jordan wasn't a Pro Bowler? Is that what you just teased?
Well, I teased that I thought he might be. And then literally, as I was saying that, the NFL tweeted out the 2026 Pro Bowl games quarterbacks.
Okay, who are they? Stafford? Let me guess.
In the American Football Conference first.
All right, Josh Allen for sure, number one.
Josh Allen.
Tyler Huntley.
I think Rodgers made it.
Bo Nix.
No. Did they throw Lamar a bone? No.
Herbert.
Ding, 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 ding. That's two.
Mahomes didn't make it.
Drake May.
Drake May.
Okay.
All right, so there's your
MVP.
AFC. Now, the National Football Conference Pro Bowl games quarterbacks. Mark Tauscher, your first guess is whom?
Matthew Stafford.
Ding, 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 ding. Matthew Stafford, indeed, one of the three Pro Bowl selections.
I'm guessing they're going to go Sammy D.
Sam Darnold, ding, 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 ding. Correct, 2 for 2. And the third and final spot goes to?
They didn't go Goff.
Hurts.
This is kind of fun.
Dak.
Dak.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
So Jordan Love still not a Pro Bowl selection as his third season as the starting quarterback winds down.
Okay, so let's do a fun little test here.
I love fun tests.
All right, who for sure are Packers Pro Bowlers this year? Micah? Is that about it? Is that about it?
I think so. I'm trying to think.
Xavier McKinney will make it, I would think, right? But his stats aren't the same, and maybe somebody
They are not.
surpassed him. Do you have that list already?
The league to this point has released special teamers,
No.
punters,
Maybe our
kick
punter?
returners.
Wheelin's
kickers.
pretty good.
I do have the safeties, my friend.
Listen, punt returners, we ain't in. We'd be on the opposite end of that.
I know you're going to be surprised by this. Romeo Dobbs was not selected.
No.
Dang.
And Lucas Havrasik is not the NFC kicker either.
Wheelan could have been.
He could have been, but he wasn't. Tress Way, your NFC punter. Your safety selections, there are 3 from the National Football Conference, none of whom are being disoriented. None of whom.
Whoa.
Xavier McKinney.
This thing is irritating this morning. All right.
I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. And now I'm on flat ground. So Kevin Byard, Antoine Winfield Jr., and Buda Baker are your 3 selections at safety. Another upset. No corners selected by the from the Green Bay Packers.
That's
your
not an
defensive ends in the National Football Conference.
I hope Rashawn Gary
We're
makes it,
back to
and our
back.
fans
Let's
just
go
melt.
back to back.
If Rashawn Gary makes the Pro Bowl, people are going to lose their blank.
Aiden Hutchinson of the Lions.
Yeah, he deserves it.
DeMarcus Lawrence of the Seahawks.
He's been pretty good.
Rashawn
And
Gary.
from the Green Bay Packers,
Get out of here.
Micah
Micah
Parsons.
Ah.
So, yeah, 1 Pro Bowl selection from the Green Bay Packers, it would appear, unless I am somehow glossing over. No guards, no tackles, no centers. Yeah, no, sorry. No tight ends. Tucker Kraft would have been if you'd have kept going. I would think your 2, although maybe not, the 2 tight ends, George Kittle and Trey McBride. So just to recap, the Arizona Cardinals have more Pro Bowl selections than the Green Bay Packers.
Boy, this would be a tough day for the Goody stands out there.
Some might say. Those are your Pro Bowl selections. Not that that is the end-all, be-all of judgment of a roster or of players, but I can't say I'm surprised. Can you?
No, I mean I would have thought that Josh Jacobs could have been in the mix, but his numbers
Are
he
down.
hadn't even had a 100-yard game
Yeah.
this year.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive line wise, the only guy that would have Zach Tom, and he's been battling all year to even be out there. Xavier McKinney, and then I thought about this heading into yesterday's show when I watched what Jacksonville did to Denver. That was troubling too, how easily they moved the football, and you do start wondering about where this team is at and how they are talent-wise in comparison. And I think one of the things that happens when you cover a team like we do daily and we analyze, I do think there is we maybe overplay a little bit about how good everybody is because we're not studying Trey McBride. We've seen him torch the Green Bay Packers. He had great games against us. Mm-hmm. And that's really where, I look at things probably a little bit more from a national standpoint than you do. And
For sure
you see these guys and you see their production, and the fact that this team this year is where it's at, with one Pro Bowler that just got hurt and has been out, it's a little alarming. I think it's a slap in the it's kind of a slap of reality of, this is a good football team, and we have a lot of young talent that can emerge. But from a receiving standpoint, if Christian Watson was healthy all year, would he have maybe been a Pro Bowl wide receiver? That's a tough spot to break in. There are a lot of really good players.
Sure.
And so I think for me, I'm not saying anybody else, being the Goody stan that I've been for all these years, today is one of those days that I think I need to reevaluate and say, you know what? I think he's done a good job on a lot of fronts. But right now, with a team that was chasing a 1 or a 2 seed for a vast majority of the year, and now I think at best is chasing a 3 seed, there should be more Pro Bowlers than one. And that one Pro Bowler you picked up, you had to give up 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark to get. It's not even a homegrown, developed guy. So I think I need to reevaluate some things as far as my standum of Goody after today.
I think a couple things. First of all, the quarterback, I would disagree with Sam Darnold. If you look at the numbers, his passer rating is lower. He's thrown 24 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. His team has a better record than the other 2 quarterbacks that I would argue from the NFC were more deserving. So that should matter. Jordan Love, 23 touchdowns, 6 picks, 101.2 passer rating. Jared Goff has thrown 32 touchdowns against 5 interceptions. So statistically, he is probably even more deserving than Jordan Love. Both those teams have had their struggles. There's no doubt about that. They're separated by 1 victory right now, but a little different in the loss column. Second, to your point, I don't think Ed Policy should fire the general manager or the head coach. And the fact that there have been some of those conversations and the fact that there are fans that feel like one or both or the other should be out of a job, I don't agree with that. I understand frustration. You're a fan. You deserve to be frustrated. I assume that you guys are still going to get across the finish line with your 9.5 win projection from Hard Rock Casino Rockford. But I'm going to be honest. I thought that was going to be a runaway, and obviously it's not now, right? When they'd won 4 in a row, you thought you were on easy street.
No, I mean, Jason, I had them at 11 or 12 wins. That's where I had them. And that's,
right, and they can still get there.
They're going to end up with 11 wins.
Yep.
So I'm not shocked by that.
I don't feel great right now until I go to Lambeau today and see exactly what the quarterback situation looks like.
Sure.
God bless Clayton Tune, and he'll get some opportunities in practice.
Al Tune.
Different spelling. Name that tune.
Olsen Tune. Great landscaping company.
Indeed. Again, different spelling. But nevertheless, Tausch, I don't love the fact, and I've said this before, I don't
Looney
love the
Tune. Looney Tune.
I love you, man. I don't
Jelly,
love the fact.
don't you dare.
That was a good one. No, it was good.
I'm not interested in your patronization today, Jell.
Okay. Yep.
I don't love the fact that Goody gets considerably less shade, smoke, strays, whatever you want, direct criticism than the coach does. I don't.
Well,
I think there's
like
an imbalance there.
You like
no,
Matt LaFleur
that's
more
not it.
personally.
Don't please don't do that.
Okay, I won't. You interact more with Matt LaFleur than you do Goody.
I would say I interact more with him.
But Jason, I'm not going to do that. I agree with you, but I just also want to make sure we always put our biases on the street too. I want to make sure that that's clear.
I think my biases are on the street. My bias with Mark Murphy was very clear versus Ed Policy.
Yes.
I am not. I look biased compared to you when it comes to Goody.
Well, in fairness,
here we go.
Again, I love the honesty that we have with each other. I appreciate it. You didn't like when Goody lied to you.
I think it's okay to not like it when people lie.
I agree. So all I'm saying is I'm saying that. I'm not saying you hate Goody. You lost some respect and a little trust in him, and you like LaFleur more than you like Goody. And that's not bad. It's just the reality. That was all.
Yeah, I would say that I liked Goody for a very long time, and I still like Goody. Not maybe quite as much as I did, but
Fair.
he and I
That's
came
all.
up
That's literally all
on
I was
parallel tracks. But my assessment of the fact that he doesn't get criticized nearly as much as the coach does is not based on bias. That's based on my perception, which I think is pretty accurate. The amount of complaining, and I understand it's in season, so we're looking at the decisions that are being made on the field, whether to go for it on fourth down or whether it's a challenge or it's him losing his cool on the sideline. I get all that, but I just don't like. We're killing Rich Bisaccia, and believe me, I do not love him to the point where I don't criticize him. That part I don't understand why people think he and I are pals. We've had a couple of good interactions, but I do not have a close relationship with Rich Bisaccia.
I never thought you liked, or not.
I know you didn't.
So
my point is that he gets criticism and he deserves it. But again, the personnel parts of this do factor in. And today, to your point, I don't think this is some sort of major indictment.
I don't know, man.
Of their roster that only Micah Parsons, whom they acquired on August 28th, made the Pro Bowl. I think they have tons of good. I don't think the Pro Bowl is the greatest measure of whether you have good players or not. That said, your point is perfectly well taken. If you're a Goody stan, this does not help you make an argument today.
No, and I get, I always tell you, Pro Bowls, if you make it, it's great. If you don't, it's a stupid process. I mean, we always say that. So we'll see when there's all pros where, the writers and the people that really know football get to put their stamp on who's great and who's not. But this making Pro Bowls, a lot of guys have made Pro Bowls. And if have the first round picks and all of the talent and the free agents that Goody has picked up, and we're sitting here in second place, still with the potential to win a really difficult division, and we only have one Pro Bowler. I mean, I know for myself, I had not even thought about Pro Bowls until you mentioned it in the open. I was coming in. I was actually going to start the show with what is the preferred matchup we have here after San Fran won last night, because there's 3 or 4 different scenarios. And now I'm literally just thinking about, where is our roster? I had Cap telling me the Bears roster is better. They're going to have more Pro Bowlers than we will, would be my guess, because Tooney's going to make it as a guard. He should. And I don't know if they have, who else they have, if they have a corner or somebody else that's going to make it.
I can get you that information.
Thank you. This is something that I think all of us, because Matt LaFleur, you are 1,000% right. Matt LaFleur takes a lot of criticism. Matt LaFleur, I have said the whole time, I think he is a really good coach, a very good play caller, understanding concepts. He's fresh. I like the way he does some things. My only real major criticism of him is that he lets his emotions run way too much about some of the decisions that he makes. Other than that, I think he's done a really nice job. He's obviously been very successful in the regular season, and he has not been to the degree that Green Bay Packer fans have in the postseason. But he takes 100 times more criticism than Brian Gutekunst, and I do have to start maybe evaluating, maybe that's not fair, and it probably isn't fair. One Pro Bowler that we traded for 10 days before the season started.
Indeed. Your Chicago Bears Pro Bowlers, offensive guard Joe Tooney.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Also, center Drew Dahlman.
God, Cap is getting closer to being right than I ever wanted to imagine.
As I scroll down further on defense, Kevin Byard, free safety.
Okay.
That would be
That's
3.
a numbers thing. He's got a bunch of picks, right? That's why he's in it.
Because
let's be honest, Xavier McKinney's a better safety than Byard. He is. But interceptions matter.
Why are you guys saying Byard?
We'd sit in the room.
How would you like us to say that?
Byard. That's his name. Yeah. Kevin
Bayard.
Byard. It's not Bayard. It's Kevin Byard.
Just to give you a little...
I would think Jesse, of all people, would like it if we called him Bayard.
No, let me tell you something. Jesse's already got Christmas. He's got Christmas. He's got marshmallows. He's on Christmas break already. So I get
Marshmallows.
Whatever. This is how these Pro Bowls
He has 6
vote.
picks, by the way.
You go and you say, who's got all these picks? Oh, let's put Bayard in. That's how that plays. So
Okay.
Xavier McKinney's a better safety than Bayard. Nobody would argue that. Like, if the Bears could pick Bayard or Xavier McKinney, I'm going to tell you they take Xavier McKinney 100 out of 100 times. That's just those are the facts.
Jesse, you had a text message you wanted to get to before we get to Evan Cohen. You can get that ready while Tausch gets ready to tell us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It might be hard to find a good bargain during the shopping season, but I'm telling you, I am sitting here looking out beautiful windows over a beautiful landscape of a wonderful city, and it couldn't be better with these great windows. They're bright and clear through these Pella windows. Pay 0 interest for up to 24. I wish there's a little snow flurry, and that would make it even better, but it's not. 0 interest for up to 24 months right now with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Pella's elves, they work year-round and can finish installation as little as a day. But hurry up. This deal ends December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
More countertop and more Wilde and Tausch. Straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. I've told you for a while about how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and it's especially great around the holidays. Now huddle up. The holidays just got a game changer. Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box is back with 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert starting at $19.99. It's an easy way to feed the family and still be ready in time for kickoff. The Triple Treat Box, only at Pizza Hut. Order online at pizzahut.com or in the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
Rocky IV is amazing. The scene where he's in the car driving after Apollo Creed dies, and he's so upset, obviously.
Spoiler alert.
I need to put a spoiler alert on that.
I've never seen it.
2025.
I never saw it.
Michael B. Jordan did 3 movies as his son, living after the dad died.
Guess I don't need to watch it now.
The movie's 40 years old, Small.
For some of us, it's brand new.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Celebrate the season of Audi at Audi Madison. Take advantage of 1.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. National customer credit is good towards the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but only available until January 5th. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Ho, ho, ho! The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life. Hey, my name is Stacy Bruner. I was Bucky Badger from 2010 to 2014. My most memorable sports moment was running out the flag at the 2013 Rose Bowl versus Stanford. Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
We got to get ready for Evan Cohen to join us from Unsportsmanlike. Before that, though, Jesse, what was the text message that I saw come across my desk or countertop moments ago?
This is from Adam in the Berg. One Pro Bowl selection from the Green Bay Packers, and once again, for the third year in a row, the number 7 seed in the playoffs, maybe. Thank goodness the NFL decided to expand the playoffs. Otherwise, we would have missed the playoffs 3 years in a row, provided we get in this year.
That's from Mary Sunshine from where?
Adam in the Berg.
Yeah, no lies detected, Tausch. When I said that a couple of years ago, or a year ago, after back-to-back 7 seeds, I believe I was roundly booed.
Well, last year's 7 seed was a different 7 seed. It was. We would have been if we needed, we would have been a 6 seed last year. Like I firmly believe that. That the way that Bears game played out, it just felt like we weren't going for it. Now that can be an excuse, and you can say it's a loser's mentality. Fine,
polluted mindset.
But this season, if the Bears are able to win a game, which I don't know where Detroit's head's going to be at when they play. I think San Fran will beat them this week, and I think next week will be super interesting. Being a 7 seed again, you are just sneaking in, and the Pro Bowl thing, it just kind of shines a light a little bit as far as where you're at roster-wise and how you stack up, not even with the whole league, with your conference. As far as how personnel people, media people, and obviously fans, which, I know some people poo-poo, it does tell a story. It doesn't need to be the main chapter in the story, but it is a chapter. And what Adam is saying, what are you going to say? Those are the facts of where we're at. Now, the first year with Jordan Love, that 7 seed was a great season. This season this season, again, you're judged on what you do in the playoffs, and we're going to be in the playoffs. Then it just comes down to what can you do when you're in there. Last year was as blah of a year as there was nothing memorable about last season. You try and tell me again, and we had this discussion after the season. What do we remember from last season? There wasn't anything. This year, Micah Parsons comes to town. You beat the Lions twice. There's some stuff. Where last year we beat a bunch of average teams, and every time we played a big boy team, we didn't win. This year it's a little different, and I'm not ready to write this story off, but what Adam just said there, I can't. Yeah. There's nothing to fight back on that. Those are facts.
Right. We got to get ready for Evan Cohen. I would like to continue this discussion. I am curious how he and Smalls and Canty are viewing the Packers nowadays compared to how they felt in Week 2 when they walked out of Lambeau after a thorough win over the Washington Commanders, who'd played in the NFC Championship game several months earlier. We'll get to him coming up. Yeah, they're not doing great.
Do you know what Evan's doing today?
Yes. I do.
No.
He is the sideline reporter for ESPN Radio's broadcast this afternoon of the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans between Louisville and Toledo.
That's our bowl.
It is. That's our bowl.
We love that bowl.
Yeah, that's our game.
You know what would be fun is if the Boca Raton Bowl, if we could ever kind of persuade and get Jesse and I to do the game and Jason to be the sideline reporter just for ESPN Wisconsin. We go down and do that on our air.
You want us to do a local broadcast of the Boca Raton Bowl?
Yes.
Do you think people like us enough that they would listen to a game they don't care about just because the three of us were calling it? I think so too, actually.
Yeah. I think it would be fun.
Let's start with the Isthmus Bowl, but we don't want to take away Mike Podol's gig and put you in there. What we do want to make sure we take advantage of, though, is the year-end sale, which is on right now at Steinhoffel's. And trust me, these are the kinds of deals you want to catch before the calendar flips. You'll get 10% off store-wide on the furniture you've been eyeing, plus 18 months, 0% financing to make it work with your budget. Sofas, sectionals, bedroom sets, dining rooms, every style, every room, every price point. It's a great way to start the new year with a home you'll actually love. But don't wait. When the year ends, these deals end too. Check it out in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Well, are you thinking a new vehicle or even some vehicle maintenance would help kickstart your new year? Well, then get in touch with the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust. When it comes to safe winter driving, the place to prepare is not on the side of the road. It's at Zimbrick Chevrolet. And as you're hitting the road to visit family, gather with friends, to watch the game, or to experience a snowy weekend adventure, make sure your vehicle is ready to take on the Wisconsin winter. Get a tune-up. If your car is due for a scheduled maintenance or just needs a tune-up, do it now. If certain parts are damaged, like the water pump, hoses, and belts, they could unexpectedly leave you stranded. Check the battery. Cold temperatures reduce a battery's storage capacity, and the more frigid the temperature, the more power your engine needs to start. Zimbrick Chevrolet can install a new battery in minutes. Some more winter driving advice? Check your tires, change your oil, and keep the gas tank full. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter roads. Call to schedule an appointment with the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie or online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. Right now, you can get Pella windows at a discount with Siding Unlimited. Yes, end-of-the-year pricing is a discount right before the 2026 price increases, saving you big money on your project right now. Buy now, install in spring, and lock in. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
At Hard Rock Casino Rockford, the unforgettable experience goes far beyond the casino floor with the luxury of their dining and entertainment. Savor prime cuts and fresh seafood at Council Oaks Steak and Seafood, or explore 7 unique dining venues that deliver flavors from around the world. Then let the night ignite at Hard Rock Live, where the world's greatest acts take the stage. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
ESPN Madison is on Wisconsin volleyball. Congratulations to Kelly Sheffield's program on another fantastic season. We look forward to 2026 for another year as your home for UW volleyball. 100.5 ESPN.
Time again for a holiday week edition of our Time with Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike. Evan, good morning. How are you?
Jason, how are you?
Good. Are you? How much sideline reporting experience do you have in your illustrious career?
A ton. I did it for multiple seasons for Florida Atlantic University football. But the thing that I realized last year when doing the Boca Bowl, which is now the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans, when I did it previously, it was one sideline. I forgot now it's 2 sidelines. It's a good workout. I've already played tennis this morning and run a couple of miles, so I'm ready for this.
This has been our bowl for quite a while, right? So and obviously as a proud Floridian for a good chunk of your lifetime, is this something that you're in any way nervous about, or is it just excitement before kickoff?
Nervous? No, yeah. I'm not nervous. No, not nervous at all. I'm just trying to game plan the strategy because there's been a debate here. Do I do so? Basically, I destroy the entire broadcast is my goal. That's what I did last year to a point that Chris Carlin, who does play-by-play with Freddie Coleman as the analyst, decided not to go to me late in the game because I just made a mockery of it. So what I did a year ago was try to slip in as many unsportsmanlike moments or unsportsmanlike saying as possible, and I just shoehorned them in any which way I could. So now this year, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a lot of Michelle's words of the day that she does on our show where she tries to stop me. So I have my team putting together that as we speak, and by my team is one person. Okay, yeah, JMP. Jeremy Mark Tauscher. So anyway, it's one person. I have a team of one. And we're going to try to slip that in as many of those as possible. I'll probably work in some sportsmanlike moments from the show as well, some nicknames, some bits, some segment names, etc., and really try to figure out how to really just destroy the broadcast. But in actuality, I did do a ton of prep for this. Why, I don't know.
Evco, what is the plan? Will you get beans dumped on your head, and will the coaches and everybody else also play into the partnership with Bush's?
Yeah, Tausch, I believe that should happen on the coach's part, not my part.
No, your part too, for sure.
well, any which way you cut it, I don't think it's happening. I don't understand why it's not happening, but it's not happening. Now, speaking of the coaches, very interesting spot here. So I have a one-on-one coming up in a little bit with Jeff Brom. Now,
he's leaving for Michigan is what I've been
That's the tricky part.
Yeah.
I was hoping Michigan would name a coach prior to this to not have to put me in this spot. I think I have an angle as to how to bring it up. I have to bring it up.
Let's hear it.
Michigan Wolverines, am I right?
Michigan Wolverines. That's good, Jesse.
That's
really
funny.
Good.
That's funny, Jesse. You know what? That's so
bad
good.
it's
You may want
good.
to take the rest of the day off.
He's already
comfortable with
checked
that?
out. He's already up at his cabin.
Yeah, that's a good point. Tausch, when did Jesse start his vacation, even though he's technically working today?
Monday, yesterday afternoon.
Monday. So, Jesse, you're currently on vacation while chalking up a day of work?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, as long as everybody
Evan,
acknowledges that.
So what's your plan here? Because you need to break news
My whole
here.
plan,
Everybody.
So my plan is very simple.
Okay.
It's the residual success. It's the residual effects of success, right? The residual effects of success is that others will want you, and that's a credit to your team. How have you dealt with that this week, knowing that your door is being knocked upon?
I'm just here to win the Bush's Bowl, baby. I want to win these bowl of beans, and I'll
That's
worry
fine.
about
He's
that
got to
later.
do his. As you know, I did a show in 2006 when I was on in Florida exclusively back then with Joe Girardi, who was managing the Marlins. And every week we talk off the air, and I'm sure Jason's gone through this a million times, whether it be with Aaron or other people. And I would say, listen, like, I got to ask you about this, this, and this. And he would always say to me, you do your job, and I do my job, and we'll be fine. And what he was saying is, ask whatever you want. I know how to answer whatever you're going to throw at me. By the way, as a reminder, and Joe Girardi is the best, but as a reminder, August 6th of 2006, I believe, was the date. Do you know that Joe Girardi got fired within a game against the Dodgers, and then they let him go back out, and then he was rehired at the end of the game? This is not a joke. He got into a brawl with the – no, look it up. He got into a brawl, not physical, like screaming match, in the clubhouse during the game with the owner of the team, and he basically fired him, and then they let him back up, and then they rehired him, in essence, after the game. This is not a joke, and I'll never forget. And I said to Joe, I'm like, I got to ask you, this is the biggest story in South Florida at the time. And he would always reiterate, you do your job, I do my job. So same thing. That's my approach with everything. Now, the question is whether or not, is that my job today? I think it kind of is, but whatever. If he doesn't like me, he doesn't like me. Whatever.
Yeah, you're not going to lose any sleep over it. All right, Evco, let's I'm a little
Jason's fascinated by this Marlins Dodgers story.
I totally am. Did he come back with a mustache?
We only
Bobby Valentine.
No, it wasn't the Bobby Valentine. Look it up, Jason. Seriously, it's like a wild story.
Why don't you guys do a Digi only later this week about it? That would be great. I can't wait. And then I'll name
Sorry to be
catchers
irritating
from
you.
the 80s. Evan, I was rattled this morning.
Including Joe
and I don't
Girardi.
get rattled all that easily. But Jason,
I know.
as
I've
we're
tried to rattle
starting
you
the show,
so many times.
You can, if I may. He mentioned the Green Bay Packers and went through Pro Bowls, and we have one Pro Bowler. That's it. And as a Goody stan that you are, I believe, too, I don't want to use the term indictment, but we have to reevaluate the fact that Brian Gutekunst has only had one Pro Bowler on this roster, and that was the guy they traded 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark for to bring in. Is that troubling to you as it is to me? Okay, go ahead. Tell me why not.
How many All-Stars will the Thunder have this year?
I have no idea.
You're an NBA guy.
SGA, but I think Chet Holmgren probably will get one too.
Maybe, right? Maybe. My point is this. You could leave the Packers aside for I'll start big and we'll get small. You can be great because of insane, evened out depth across a roster in any sport and not be littered with all-stars and be a team that can win it all. I think what Goody has done, now back to the Packers, has said, I think he said, I want an A+ on offense and I want an A+ on defense, and give me as many B to A- guys everywhere else that may not be A+ all-stars, but I have no bad players anywhere.
Yeah, but one?
Well,
this isn't
who's the other
all
one
pro.
in addition to Micah?
Evan, this isn't
Right.
all pro. This is pro.
No, I understand. I understand.
Okay.
So who's the other one in your mind, Tausch? Who are the other ones?
No, I'm saying there should be more. I don't care who they are.
Who. I know, but
What do you
who
mean,
would
who?
be in contention?
Tucker Kraft,
who
if
a
he
hard
stayed
question?
healthy. Xavier
Well, he
McKinney. Evan, my point is, if you're doing that and you're drafting and you're doing this, and you have a team that you think is Super Bowl caliber, I don't know how many Super Bowl teams have had one Pro Bowler. Jason, look that up since we're handing out
Look
jobs
at how
for
many.
Wilde.
Well, how many Patriot Pro Bowlers did they have back in the day? Probably not that
They
many.
still would have 3 or 4. You'd get a lineman. You'd get Richard Seymour. You'd get Law. You'd get there'd be guys. Gronk, Matt Light. Like there were guys.
By the way, Tausch, you know what? Here's the hardest part. I'm not saying likely. There is a chance they don't make the playoffs. So for a non-playoff team,
they're going to make the playoffs. I think that's foolish talk, but yeah.
Are they not the 7th seed right now?
They are. Yeah, they got to win 1 game out of 2.
So at the time of voting, or at the time of release of voting, how many 7 seeds historically? Like, who's the 7th seed in the AFC, and how many did they get? That's probably a better comp.
Yeah, but
I'm still looking up Joe Girardi. I'll keep working on this, though. I appreciate it.
That's 3 now. 3 new assignments. Evan, I understand your basic principles.
So what are you saying? Are you saying that maybe we've overrated Goody's greatness, or maybe the league hasn't noticed Goody's greatness?
No, I'm saying we've overrated Goody's greatness.
I don't think so, because I think he found a way to get, in his mind, A+ offense, A+ defense, with giving up, what is Kenny Clark, a B+, A- A player?
Evan, who's the A+ on offense? We don't even have a Pro Bowler.
Well, okay, so then the indictment is really Jordan Love. The
indictment is you have all of this stuff, and Goody has been. I'm not saying Goody's not a good. I think he is a really good general manager. I think I have probably given him way too much credit throughout the last 2 or 3 years with the new rebuild, because Jordan Love has been a good quarterback. That's such a big chunk to what he did, trading and doing all this stuff with Rodgers. I think all that was good. I think because we cover the team so closely, maybe we overemphasize how good some of these players are when the league is telling you, hold up a second, you can finish. When the league is telling you you only have 1 Pro Bowler, that is telling to me. That's all.
I understand. My looking at Goody's greatness is maybe a little bit different than yours. I don't look at his greatness as collection of all-stars or Pro Bowlers. I look at his greatness as hard
being
decision.
a 7th seed 3 years in a row?
No, hard decision after hard decision after hard decision, and never taking a massive dip in terms of wins and losses after those hard decisions.
Besides the Rodgers decision, what else has been a hard decision for him?
Well, he went against Packers' protocol by going out and getting Jacobs, going out and getting McKinney, trading for Micah. That's against what the franchise has done under the tutelage of the people that trained him, right? And the late, great Ted Thompson and others.
Ron Wolf. No, Ron Wolf did that.
Ron Wolf did what? The free agent signings like this? You're saying because of Reggie?
Absolutely he did. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, more than just Reggie. All right, a couple of housekeeping matters here. First of all, the Houston Texans are currently the 7th seed in the AFC. They have 4 Pro Bowl selections. 4.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots.
I guess I can just get out right here. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Sure.
You guys keep talking. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, what else? Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Have a great day. Yeah, I'm getting
Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you're right.
Have a great day.
Well, what do you want me to not? How do I not do the have a great day? You got to do the have a great day.
No, you should have a great day.
According to the Patriots.
God, it's hot.
I'm kvetching.
Oh wait, I almost got hit by a golf cart. Sorry. How you doing?
The Beanmobile.
Right.
Boy, I wish we were on video.
What the hell is
You need
going
those glasses, those meta glasses, so we can see this
Oh,
as
you
it's
know what?
unfolding.
I called somebody out on that the other day. Javon Curse and I, obviously, were at a golf course.
Obviously.
And then I saw him hit the glass. I'm like, you're recording this, aren't you? He goes, yeah, I am. And I caught him. Hi. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. What? All right, somebody wants to take a picture with me. Hold on, I'm on the air right now, but just do this. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I think we've had enough.
Thank you.
All
right. I'll tell Canty. All right, guys. I'm a big.
No, I think we've had enough, Evan. No, it's you go be a star.
This is bothering Tausch to no end that people are stopping me to take pictures.
Your lack of. Oh, if anyone ever did this to you on your show, what would you?
Well,
do?
nobody would. Tausch.
You'd hang up.
This is an indictment.
You'd hang
an
up.
indictment of Goody.
It's an indictment of
you.
Goody.
It's an indictment of us. We can't
Exactly
keep
right.
we can't keep Evan's attention for 3 seconds. That is an indictment of us, Jason.
Oh, will you guys stop it? What can I do? I'm lucky Harvey Levin and TMZ aren't here.
That was not a reference I had on my bingo card for your appearance. According to the Patriots Hall of Fame, the Patriots Pro Bowl selection starting in 2001. 4, 6, 3, 5, 2, 2, 8 in 2007 when they went undefeated until they didn't. 2 in 08, 5 in 09, 8 in 2010, 8 in 2011, 7 in 2012. So they had a lot of Pro Bowlers.
Who came up with that? Terrible example.
Yeah,
I think the parking. Can you put the parking dude on? That you just said.
Well,
hi
that
to?
wasn't a parking dude. That was a fan walking by.
No, you were.
Well, maybe
you were
he's a
thanking
parking
them
dude
for
and a fan.
parking dude. Yeah, maybe it's both.
What was the carnival music a minute ago?
It's the Toledo band, Jesse.
He's in an ice cream truck. He's selling ice cream.
I got a chipwich. Oh, I think I almost pushed my ankle. I stepped in a hole. Chipwiches. Let's talk chipwiches for a
Okay,
second.
so
Why is that not crowned the greatest ice cream of all time?
No, there's too much going on. It's too much.
Cookies are too
going
hard.
on in a chipwich.
Yeah, it's too much going on.
Yes, nuts.
Just be good
You're
in
crazy.
one thing. Yeah, come on. It's not a great cookie.
You think the chipwich is getting cute? I don't think so.
No, I'm telling you, if you're going to be a chipwich, the ice cream's fine, but it's not the best ice cream. It's definitely not the best cookie. Like, you need to be at least best in one of them, and they're trying to mold it all together.
Totally.
It's fine.
You got to let it melt a little bit, Tausch, and get mushy.
But the cookies,
that's the key.
The cookie, unless you get fresh homemade cookies and make chipwiches that way, they're a substandard dessert. You know it.
I totally disagree. That's an awful take, Mike.
Jason, the cookies
He's
are
looking up Joe
subpar.
Girardi.
The cookies are undeniably subpar.
Yes,
I
that's
actually
all.
weaseled that in there when we were all talking at once.
I was using Wilde as an example here. Come
So,
on.
Evan, after Jason just went through that whole thing and you were trying to prove a point, I'm not saying you need to have 10 Pro Bowlers or all pros to win a championship, but if you only have one, it makes it
So
tough.
maybe then look that one up. Now, next project for Jason, the team with the least amount of Pro Bowlers to win it all. Good. That's a good assignment.
It is a good assignment.
Thanks.
Jason?
I'll get right on that.
Good. Okay. So,
Hey,
all right, there you go.
What time does the Bush's Beans Boca
1
Beans?
o'clock
It's the
your
bowl
time.
beans.
1 o'clock your time.
Okay.
I see Steve from a distance. Do you want me to get Steve on with you?
Absolutely.
We'd
You
rather.
guys say hi.
I
Who do you
guess we'd
think
rather
he's
have
on the-
him.
I guarantee he's on the phone with somebody that he's late with. This is Steve Palatino, the president of Good Karma Events. Hold on. Steve! He's fixing his hair. This is a fascinating thing going on. Let's see if I can catch up to him. You guys into this?
Yeah.
Steve, I'm on the air with Wilde and Tausch. Do you want to talk to them? No, he actually denied you. He's on a call with somebody who doesn't want to talk to my friend.
Okay.
Evan.
This was
was a hell
amazing.
of
I
an
got
appearance.
stopped for a selfie in the middle of this from somebody. Yeah,
You're
very
a good deal. Good job, Evan.
We wish
This
you
is Tom
Godspeed on the broadcast today, and we'll talk to you down the road. Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks.
That was something.
That's
bowl of beans.
Yeah.
I had wanted to ask him, but I decided it was probably just best to let him go before I was assigned another task.
Yep.
So like they did with the Duke's Mayo Bowl and the Mayo Dump, is there a bean dump for this?
Doesn't sound. I just asked him. It doesn't sound like it.
Well, but he's focused on whether he should ask
I've always
Brom
told
about
you,
Michigan.
Jason, if you're ever looking to like up your masculinity, and I don't know if that's ever something that's interested you, but I've always said there's nothing more masculine.
Like testosterone replacement?
Than being out in the wild.
And beans?
Hold up. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if there's anything more masculine than you're out camping. You get a fire started. You rip open a can of beans. You grab an old spoon and you put that over an open fire, and you're just sitting around with your horse and you're eating a can of beans out of you eat beans out of it over an open fire. Tell me something more masculine than that.
Chopping down a tree.
Just don't feed the beans to the horse.
Why you take your horse camping?
Well, how are you going to get to the campsite?
Okay.
That does not interest me, turns out.
That doesn't surprise me.
We do have a responsibility to you, our listeners, to have some sort of information at some point during the program. We had some earlier. We will get back to some. But it is time.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you're going to measure the square footage of your countertop or how you're going to arrive at the number.
No, Jason, here's what I'm going to do. And I'll let you pick. We're doing 2 giveaways today.
Yeah.
2 giveaways. You're picking one of the numbers because it's Christmas. And what do we think we're going to do?
We're going to make Jesse's life a living hell?
You want first number, or you want to do it later in the show?
I will take the second number. I'll defer on the opening kickoff here.
All right. Well, in honor, I'm wearing my Lobos hat in honor of Coach Eck, and they play on Friday, which we are having a show on Friday. So we'll break that bowl down. I'm going to go with what number he was, his walk-on number at the University of Wisconsin, which was 138. So caller 138. 844-770-3776. Caller 138 to win a tumbler, an Iron Jock tumbler, and you talk about a beautiful tumbler. Iron Jock's got it. And right now you're looking for that perfect holiday gift. You don't know what to get right now. You're still struggling. Well, get your gear at Iron Jock. You can check out, they have great sales going on right now. Performance apparel, it's tough, it's comfortable. And thanks to their exclusive silver and ion technology, it actually fights odor. So if you want to go out with your horse and eat a can of beans and you want to stay smelling good, Iron Jock has you covered. Head over to ironjock.com. That's ironjock.com. Gear that works as hard as you do. And again, caller 138 to win an Iron Jock tumbler at 844-770-3776.
Good luck. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yaup. Last week, Wisconsin Athletics announced a new NIL entity, Badger Athlete Partners. Jim Rutledge of the Jump Around wonders if it's too little, too late for UW.
You can't be dead last in adding something that is rudimentary in the NIL thing. I'm glad the Badgers are doing it, and I hope this isn't too little, too late for the Mack and Fickle era, but what in God's name were we doing the last few years?
Catch the Jump Around Thursdays at 12:30, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
It's December, which means it's truck weather, and nobody helps you gear up like Metro Ford of Madison. Right now, get a 2025 Ford F-150 with 0% APR for 60 or 66 months, with $0 down and no payments for 90 days. The 2025 F-150 2.7L SDX is here with 0% APR plus $1,250 retail bonus cash, $1,000 open bonus cash, and $1,000 MBC. But hurry, offers end January 5th. It's truck weather, so make it count today at MetroFordofMadison.com.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
'Tis the season to be planning your holiday events. Whether it's a party for 10 or 10,000, Celebrations has the sound, video, lighting, special effects, and custom-themed decor to make it the best party ever. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With us on your team, your holiday or New Year's party will be easy to plan and super fun to attend. DJs, casino games, lighting, and photo booths are just the beginning at CelebrationsEntertainment.com. That's CelebrationsEntertainment.com.
We're on the Badgers.
There's no clarity. The clarity would come if Luke Fickell took another job.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
I have no idea what direction is going in. I have no faith in what direction it's going in.
This is 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Winner, Iron Jock Tumbler thinger. Jesse, who's our winner?
So Sparky in Sussex, who, by the way,
Yule log aficionado.
He did drop off some gifts for us last week. So we're going to have to,
unlike any other.
We have a few things sitting on my desk that we need to go through as a show. A lot of fans have some Christmas gifts for you guys this year.
Nice.
Sparky did not win. Mrs. Sparky won the Iron Jock Tumbler today. How about that?
Well, then maybe Sparky won too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I know you do. Everybody wins.
Let's move on.
Okay.
The Packers do not practice today. They are going to walk through instead. Matt LaFleur is going to speak at 1:15. You wouldn't know it from our conversation thus far on the program. But there's a little bit of a quarterback situation brewing at 1265 Lombardi Avenue. Starter Jordan Love is in the concussion protocol. Backup Malik Willis has an injured throwing shoulder, his right shoulder. Next up on the hit parade is Clayton Tune, a practice squatter. And then after that, because Josh Jacobs has also got an injury, the next emergency quarterback up is Jaden Reed. I want to believe that this will resolve itself in the coming days before kickoff on Saturday night on Peacock. What is your concern level right now when we are sitting here on Tuesday for a Saturday game, not knowing who the Packers quarterback will be?
Not very high. I believe Jordan Love will play. I believe he'll get through the protocol. And until I see that he is not advancing in the protocol, I will be pretty confident that he will. So I'm not panicking. Obviously, you're more concerned than you'd think. I don't know where Malik Willis is at. Mm-hmm. I said this after the game. I know he was banged up, obviously, with that sack at the end of the game. Malik Willis will beat the Baltimore Ravens if he starts. I feel very confident about that, too. So right now, obviously, if neither of those two can play, my concern level goes to NORAD 5. But until I know that that isn't going to be the case, I am not overly concerned about it.
We're not yet at NORAD 5. Jeez. We'll have to wait and see who does what.
I'm confused. What's funny?
It's DEFCON 1. That's what's funny about it.
Okay. DEFCON 1.
NORAD.
That's who's tracking Santa in the days leading up to Christmas, I believe. NORAD does that.
You think Santa gets real nervous? He's got he got a lot going on starting soon. How nervous do you think he's
Sure, he's just as nervous as Evan Cohen is about the sideline gig
No.
where he's walking around taking pictures. He's done this for hundreds of years.
Did you get nervous before your biggest games?
Yeah.
On the radio?
Well,
no.
Either
I'm
way.
not talking about Evan. I'm talking about Santa.
Yeah,
I know. We know.
Santa is a man in the arena. He's not the man in the press box talking about the man in the arena. It's a different deal.
I think Santa prepares for Christmas like an experienced quarterback prepares for a conference championship game.
And then he yells at his reindeer for running the wrong routes.
That's fair.
Dasher, you had an out pattern there. What the heck?
Associated Bank is the best customer service in the industry. They've got the awards to prove it. Whether it's early pay so you have access to your money up to 2 days early, whether it's credit monitoring to make sure you're ready to make that big purchase like we did with our Steinhoffel's furniture, and of course with fraud protection to make sure no one's stealing your identity or your money. They've got you covered. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more about that and to find out more about Packers checking, Badgers checking, and Brewers checking. Associated Bank. It's not branches that make a bank local. It's roots. And Associated Bank's roots are deep in Wisconsin.
Such a good line by you. Really
I did
smart.
not write it, but I love it. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold the lie with sportswear, too. You pay a fortune for big-name gear, a fancy logo, and a slogan, and it still stinks. Then I found Iron Jock, and now it's all I wear. It's built on science. Their silver ion technology is woven right into the fabric. It kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria, and it never washes out, ever. Get yours today at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Green Bay Packers continuing preparations for their Saturday night showdown in the Lambeau regular season finale, hosting the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock, streaming exclusively in Madison and everywhere except Milwaukee and Green Bay on Peacock. In Milwaukee and Green Bay, you can watch it on your local NBC stations. The Packers listed as 2.5-point favorites for Saturday night's game, in large part because we don't really know who's playing quarterback for either team. Jordan Love, of course, remains in the concussion protocol after leaving Saturday night's loss in the second quarter against the Chicago Bears. Lamar Jackson also went down with an injury for the Ravens on Sunday Night Football in their loss to the New England Patriots. Plenty more to get you set for Saturday night's game all week long here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app, including Homer, host of Green Bay Game Night after every Packers game this season, coming up at 10:30 here on Wilde and Tausch. Speaking of Wilde and Tausch, the show continues right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. And it begins... So, I've had a few things on Twitter, now known as X, go viral. Which is not fun because it never
Congrats.
goes... No, you love that? I'm not a fan. So I got a little irritated with somebody... the other day after Matt LaFleur's press conference and the issue that apparently this fella wanted us to flat out ask Matt LaFleur if he was firing Rich Bisaccia, which, again, you're entitled to your opinion. I disagree with it. But if you are around LaFleur and around the team and you talk to people, the question was never whether or not he was going to fire Rich Bisaccia, because as you've seen, he didn't. But I thought it was important to try and get him to explain the core issues or how he feels about his special teams. And so, I am far from perfect. But I feel like I do okay when it comes to asking questions. And so I asked LaFleur, as opposed to, are you firing your special teams coordinator, which he was not going to do. And if you understand some of the dynamic in that building and the value that he sees in Rich Bisaccia to him, to his team's culture, and everything else, which, again, as a fan, you're entitled to disagree. Go ahead. But the feeling is that he is his consigliere. So that was not going to occur.
Hard word to spell.
It is a hard word to spell. Their special teams has not been good enough. And while we give Rob Domofsky grief, Tausch, for not including the salary that they pay Rich Bisaccia in the assessment of his special teams performance, we all agree that it has not been improved to the degree that we all expected because of the pomp and circumstance of them hiring him. Right?
Yes. Yeah, I think we all anticipated some big change where it was going to be top 10 group. I know you look at how they build rosters, and they're going to always, when you spend big money on defensive ends and quarterbacks and things like that, that's not really where we're at. You have opportunities to keep core guys together. And I think as long as you have the kicker and the punter that you feel good about and a good long snapper, you should be able to, the way you draft athletes and young players, you should be able to put together a good unit. Now, the punt return, I'm still very concerned that that's going to cost us a game. But
they're the worst
all of
in
the
the
other
league.
Things, you shouldn't be bottom. It feels like every year, whenever our season ends and they break, an old boy from Dallas puts that thing out, if we're in the mid-20s, it's like, all right, pretty good. Not bad.
Right.
That's what it feels like. And that's not how championship teams should view special teams, because we see every game. I mean, we just saw the Rams probably give up their one seed and maybe a Super Bowl berth because they couldn't make plays on special teams. And that's why Sean McVay fired the guy. And I think that's probably why whoever was getting after you on Twitter is talking, because urgency means accountability in real time. And I think the fact Sean McVay did that, and he is not one of those guys, and he's obviously good buddies with LaFleur, I think that's where Packer fans are looking. Do something. So you, and at least, and that's not a good way to do business, just for the record, and I agree with you. But that's, I think, where that stems from.
So, and I believe that that's exactly right, Tausch. So Sean McVay, they lose to the Seattle Seahawks in overtime.
Punt return. Swung
Their
the
special
game.
teams misses a 48-yard field goal, which, again, the field goal kicking feels like that is a general manager's job to get a field goal kicker, not necessarily the special teams coordinator's fault on that, but maybe some.
I think the special teams coordinator typically has a say in who they like as kicking. But yes.
And the punt return for the touchdown was obviously a major factor in that game. So for the first time in his 9-year tenure, Sean McVay fires a coach in season.
Yep.
So then when the Packers have Romeo Doubs bumble a onside kick opportunity, then the mentality is, well, Sean McVay fired his special teams coach. Why doesn't Matt LaFleur fire his? I understand that line of thought. Just because Sean McVay did it doesn't mean Matt LaFleur is going to do it. My question for you, because as Jesse, I'm sure, read as he worked his way through this fascinating piece at channel3000.com, here are some of the numbers for where the Packers rank in the various categories. They are dead last in the 32-team NFL in punt return average. They are 18th in kickoff return average.
All right, that's awesome.
They are they are
shout out,
23rd
Rich.
in field goal success rate.
It's not great.
They are 21st in punt return average allowed.
Okay, it's not great, but for us, it's pretty good.
They are 14th in kickoff return average allowed.
All right, it's middle of the pack.
Daniel Whelan is third in NFL gross punting average.
Yeah, we don't care about gross. We care about net.
He is 12th in net average.
Pretty good. He's had a good year. He's done a nice job.
And according to NFLpenalties.com, the Packers special teams unit have committed 21 penalties for 196 yards. That is the ninth, tied for the ninth most in the league among special teams units.
So that's bad.
That would be bad, yes. That would be high would be bad there. So my question to you is, should the Packers have fired Rich Bisaccia for Romeo Doubs not handling that onside kick, because they win the game if Romeo just takes care of that?
No, I think if you were going to do that, I thought last offseason would have been a nice time to mix some things up and maybe do something different. I'm not interested in firing special teams coordinators mid-season. Obviously, if things are just getting worse and worse, and I'd argue they started off as bad as you could. We couldn't block for a field goal. We're getting punts blocked. So in Rich's defense, he brought in different guys, and they fixed, knock on wood, feels like the field goal protection stuff is fixed. But, yeah, at some point, you can't just consistently accept being in the upper 20s in almost everything. Like, it's just that's fine if you're a middling franchise. That's not what the Green Bay Packers are all about. So I understand he's got a great relationship, and Rich brings, he's an old head coach. He brings a lot to the table. Is it enough to continue to just kind of accept? What do we always say about coaching, Jason? What's the old saying?
You get what you emphasize. You also get what you tolerate.
So right now we're tolerating being a bottom third special teams unit every year. And if that is what you're tolerating, so be it. I don't think that's the message that you want to send to your fans and to your team. I don't. But no, I was on the postgame show Saturday. it's kind of like, is that on Rich Bisaccia, the onside kick? And I'm like, no, and I'm not a Bisaccia guy at all.
You're not.
It's a lot facts. I don't know what you wanted Rich to do there. Like, the kick is right to your best hands guy, and all he's got to do is bring the ball in, and the game's over. He didn't. Mistakes happen. Guys make mistakes, and bounces happen. But I'm not going to kill Rich Bisaccia for that. Like, that's just no. I don't think that's fair either.
That would be the one area where the difference is between that 2014 NFC Championship game in Seattle. In that game, they gave up a fake field goal for a touchdown, and then Brandon Bostic did something he wasn't supposed to do on that onside kick. He's not supposed to field it, so he did not follow the directions of the coach, which, whether that's fair or not, led to Sean
Menenga.
No, it's a different Sean earlier, who was fired as a result.
Slocum.
Sean Slocum. Thank you. So yes, I am not here to say that you can't be frustrated about special teams. I think it's a very valid criticism. I'll be curious to see what happens.
I'm telling
forward.
you, if Romeo Doubs continues to handle punts, and there's punts, the thing is, the beautiful part is nobody punts anymore, so your opportunities are limited. He catches those punts. God bless him. He's found a way to do a nice enough job. He's not turned it over. We're not getting any type of yardage on a punt. And maybe I'll be wrong, and he's going to turn into Desmond Blankenhoward at the end of this. I'll be shocked if that happens, but I will tip the cap. If he takes one back to the house and wins a playoff game, that'll be awesome.
It'll be also awesome when you and Sarah and AmFam reach your goal in your virtual toy drive for the AmFam Children's Hospital.
And we are getting close. We got a little more than a week left. Join us as we've teamed up with American Family Insurance to raise funds towards the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. Plus, American Family Insurance will match every dollar up to $50,000 through the end of the year. We are close. We want to get it all the way to $100,000. 50 from our team, 50 from American Family Insurance. It's a beautiful way to head into the new year. Visit amfamkids.org. That's amfamkids.org to donate today.
This is going to come as a surprise to you, but Jesse would like us to lavish him with praise and credit for something he did yesterday.
Oh.
So much so that he wrote it into the show sheet.
Just wait, Jesse wants us to lavish him with praise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we'll get right on that. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you happy holidays that are merry and bright from the great team at Everlight Solar. 'Tis the season to take back control over your energy bill by making the switch to solar. My family and I, we trusted the team at Everlight Solar to help us make the switch. And from the very beginning, the awesome Everlight team helped educate us on all the benefits of switching to solar. As they explained things along the way, the process was super easy. Let Everlight Solar help you make the switch to solar energy. Join our family in creating a greener environment for ourselves and for our community. Save money and help save the planet by making the switch to solar. Learn more and schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com. And happy holidays from the entire team at Everlight Solar.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back. teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Ho, my back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025. Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's. It's December, which means it's truck weather, and nobody helps you gear up like Metro Ford of Madison. Right now, get a 2025 Ford F-150 with 0% APR for 60 or 66 months, with $0 down and no payments for 90 days. The 2025 F-150 2.7L STX is here with 0% APR plus $1,250 retail bonus cash, $1,000 open bonus cash, and $1,000 MBC. But hurry, offers end January 5th. It's truck weather, so make it count today at MetroFordofMadison.com.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Well, this one's a doozy. Nothing says Christmas like royalty-free music. All right, Jesse. The floor is yours. You put a poll in the field. Great job. Way to go.
Thank you. I appreciate the mention.
Sincere.
Because, there's so many times where I don't put a poll in the field when it's kind of half-heartedly tossed up like, we should poll that.
Almost every time.
And then I actually did poll it, and I don't hear anything when I actually do poll it. You don't even talk about it when I do poll it. So this is why we don't poll things. But then you say, hey, where's your poll in the field? So we finally put a poll in the field.
Your Wilde's gotten a lot better.
I wasn't Wilde Buster.
It's a good impersonation of Jason.
So the poll that you asked me to put in the field that I did yesterday, and it has received over 650 votes, significant. Are you confident the Packers will win a potential playoff game against the Bears in Chicago? Before I unveil the returns, Tausch, how do you think our fans voted on this poll?
65-35. Yes.
Jason?
75-25.
Split the difference. 71. Oh, wait. No, it changed. 77%. Yes. Confident. Wow. More than 3 out of 4 Packers fans say yes, the Packers would beat the Bears if they meet again at Soldier Field. 70% yes, 23% no. Our poll returns from yesterday.
Yeah, I kind of thought we might get infiltrated a little bit with Cap and everybody down at ESPN Chicago with some Bear fans. So that's what kind of led me skew it a little bit. But Packer fans are very confident in beating the Bears because we beat them And listen, I get it. I know Rutledge and all of the Bear fans in our offices would tell you, oh, that's what losers, and I can't argue. We lost. But did anybody feel like that we got outplayed in any way, shape, or form? I don't think so. I think we feel very confident that we should have won. Again, criticism is fair.
Sure.
With Malik Willis as the basically playing the 3/4 of that football game.
Tausch, I would like you to take your crystal ball out and put it on your very large countertop. Okay. This week's games that influence the Packers' current standing in the National Football Conference. The Detroit Lions on Thursday play at Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
The Green Bay Packers on Saturday host the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
And the Chicago Bears travel across the country to appear on Sunday Night Football in a matchup of two 11-4 teams at San Francisco, who may or may not be without George Kittle, who injured his ankle last night. When you look at those three games, tell me what you think will occur in each of those three games.
All right, the confidence level goes like this. Green Bay is going to whoop up on Baltimore. Baltimore's done. Quarterback gets hurt. There just seems they're off. Like, it's just not their year. I think there's going to be some changes there. That I feel good. Now, the fact that Detroit won't know that, I think Detroit beats Minnesota. And then I think San Francisco beats the Bears. So that's how I look at it. And that sets up, obviously, a very intriguing Week 18 with a coach in Dan Campbell that is not going to give an inch. Whether or not his players, how that's going to shake out at Soldier Field, I don't know. But I would bet that will be one of the, that will be, I don't know how they'll shake that all up because you're going to have an NFC South divisional championship more than likely next week. You're going to probably have the big dog game is going to be the NFC West championship game with Seattle playing San Francisco. So there's a lot of intrigue left. Mm-hmm. But I think that Detroit, and seeing how they approached the Green Bay game a few years ago and they knocked us out of the playoffs, I wonder if the Ben Johnson, there's a lot there to unpack. But Dan Campbell's a dog, and he ain't going to give in to anybody. So whether or not they find a way to win that game, it'll be fun to watch. But I think Green Bay is still in a position that they could get that 3 spot. I wouldn't bet it, but that's how I see this weekend shaking out.
So to your point, the Eagles are obviously still part of this equation as well. They are 10-5. So if they were to win their final 2 games, they could finish 12-5 and be the number 2 seed and jump the Bears. And if the Packers end up as the 7 seed, what happens? They go right back to Philly like they did last year, and hopefully for their sake they don't turn the ball over 4 times. The Week 18 games, as Tausch referenced, the Lions play the Bears at Soldier Field. The Packers play at Minnesota. Again, the NFC West comes down to Seahawks at 49ers. The Rams play the Cardinals. The Rams are at home in that one. The Rams can still finish 13-4. So there are some moving pieces, obviously, for the number 1 seed. But, again, the only not locked up spots in the NFC playoff picture are who's going to win the South and who's going to be the one other wild card that has not been clinched.
So here's what I would say when I'm evaluating all of this. And San Francisco winning last night, I think the worst matchup that we could have would be to have to go to Philly in the first round. Anybody argue?
No, I wouldn't. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I'd much rather play the Bears if I'm a Packers fan.
I don't have a problem going to Carolina or Tampa. I think both games, it's a playoff game. We'd be pretty good favorites, and I think we find ways to win. I'm not scared to go down to Chicago. The only matchup that's realistic, unless we end up being the 3 seed, we could be the 3 seed and have the Rams coming into town in Green Bay. Now that's something that's intriguing. Or it could be San Francisco or Seattle as a 3-6 matchup. I don't think we want that. I think we want to play the Bears or we want to play the NFC South. That's how, and we're not going to play the NFC South. That's not feasible at this point.
We're
not going to be a 5.
So last thing. So in the AFC North right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 9-6. The Ravens are 7-8. That loss by Baltimore to the Patriots when they had the lead, you think that has drained them, sapped them of anything they've got left cooking there?
Well, here's what I would say, Jason. I think when Pittsburgh went into Baltimore and beat them, that took away all their confidence. Sunday night was Custer's last stand, and Custer didn't win. It's over. Baltimore, this is one of those games, and I said this with Vinny and Eric this morning. This is one of those games where you jump on them, you're going to start seeing that kind of that distant look of just not our year. Because Baltimore knows they're not getting in. Pittsburgh's going to – I don't even know who Pittsburgh plays this weekend.
They play Cleveland at Cleveland this weekend.
Yeah, and Cleveland could beat them.
Rhapsody.
Like they could, but I would think Pittsburgh would win. And if Pittsburgh wins, it's deuces. Now, the fact that Baltimore's going to play – I think Pittsburgh and Cleveland play on Sunday.
Correct.
So Baltimore's going to try. I think they know their fate. And it's one of those deals where if Green Bay can jump on them, I think this could be one of our big wins of the year. But as you said, I don't even know who the hell is going to be available to play quarterback yet. So until we know that, I believe Jordan Love will, but I don't know that. You don't know that. And I don't know if the Packers know that as we sit here right now. So Baltimore, if it was within a game, it could have probably sat him. And, if they were dead even, and everything was coming down to next Sunday, which is what I thought was going to happen. Now it's basically Baltimore. They lose, it's over. But I think in their heart of hearts, they know it's over already anyways.
The Baltimore Ravens could win both of their remaining games and still not make the playoffs. The Steelers, all they have to do is win or tie. I always ignore the tie part, and then this year the Packers obviously had the tie in Dallas. The Packers, meanwhile, all they have to do is win or tie, clinch a playoff berth. All the Bears have to do to clinch the division is win one of their last 2 games, but neither one of those are easy games. So those are the playoff scenarios as we enter this week's
Jason,
games.
what do you think is going to happen out in San Fran? San Fran's defense is not good. They're missing you take your 2 best players. We have our best player out. San Francisco's got 2 of those guys that are – I think Mike is obviously better, but both of those guys are best at their position, Pro Bowl players all the time in Varner and in Bosa. They can't rush the passer, man. San Fran can't rush the passer.
Yeah, I think it's remarkable that they're in the position they are, considering their circumstances, frankly. So that, again, although I don't know if we're huge Kyle Shanahan fans on this program, he's a hell of a coach. He's a really good football coach. Yeah, no doubt about that. We will see how that plays out. We need to get to Uncle Homer to get his thoughts, but before we can do that, Tausch needs to tell us about Tito's vodka.
Oh, Tito's Handmade Vodka is my go-to. Made in Austin, Texas, the first legal distillery in the state. It's distilled 6 times. A good, smooth, clean finish. And with the holidays, there's nothing better. Sitting around, talking with family, playing cards, watching ball, and having a Tito's with whatever your favorite mixer is. And you know what, Tito's? They do great drinks, but they also give back in the community in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and especially our 4-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, just make sure it's Tito's Handmade Vodka in that glass, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Steve the Homer True joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. I've told you for a while about how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and it's especially great around the holidays. Now huddle up. The holidays just got a game changer. Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box is back with 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert starting at $19.99. It's an easy way to feed the family and still be ready in time for kickoff. The Triple Treat Box, only at Pizza Hut. Order online at pizzahut.com or in the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
We ask and you answer. Tune in to Jim, Matt, and Molly every weekday 4 to 6 and follow at Jim, Matt, Molly on X to vote in daily poll questions presented by Siding Unlimited. Trust Siding Unlimited with your next window and door project.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Let's be honest, I don't do stink. I work hard, I sweat, but I still want my gear to smell good and last. That's why I love Iron Jock. It was built to solve the problem everyone knows, smelly gear that wears out too fast. Iron Jock uses silver ion technology, infusing nano silver right into the fabric to kill 99% of odor-causing bacteria for the life of the gear. It doesn't wash out. It doesn't wear out. Iron Jock keeps me fresh and feeling unstoppable. Iron Jock, no stink, just performance. Shop now at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You're making love or starting the schoolyard fight. Make sure you do it right.
Jesse, have you not checked on whether Duke Tomato and the All-Star Frogs get royalties? Because as much as I love Duke.
Number one, you can start talking faster, and then we wouldn't play as much of the song, and then we might not have that problem.
Dang.
Why don't you introduce Homer then?
Why don't you go on vacation?
Number two, we did play it last week, and the week before it was okay, so I think we're in good shape.
So you're basically trial and erroring, and seeing if we get booted off of Spotify and YouTube when we play this. That's your instead of fact checking it. That's the approach you've chosen to make.
Yes.
That's how we've gone about it. Yes. Yeah.
Joining us now, he is the voice of Marquette men's basketball for the last 36 seasons. He is also the host of the Homer Hour, and you can catch him on God Talk with Homer and Pip. He's Steve the Homer. True Homer. Hello.
Hello. I think it's a good gamble on Duke. I'd be shocked if he carries any weight that would require anything. But guess we'll see.
What is your history with him?
I saw him at the first time at Vegetable Buddies in South Bend, Indiana. It must have been about 1970-something, and I have no real musical interest at all, or very little, and I just thought he was amazing, and I've been following him ever since. And again, he was kind enough to write a song, Brett Favre is an Alien, so I knew him when he was Duke Tomato and the All-Star Frogs. I ran into him years later in Milwaukee, and they were it was the Duke Tomato Power Trio, and I said, what happened to the Frogs? And he laughed and goes, long time ago. So I don't know why.
Is he still with us?
He gave up on him. I believe he is, yes. But I'm not sure, but I think so, and I think he's still entertaining. He's got to be in his 80s. Somebody can look that up.
Yeah, Jason, look that up.
Let me look that up. I've been assigned a lot of assignments today. Homer, we were discussing earlier the fact that the Green Bay Packers have one Pro Bowl selection and what that may say or not say about Brian Gutekunst. What is your opinion on that?
Not the slightest bit worried, because actually they have two. We all know Tucker Kraft is a Pro Bowler. Okay, so you get two. That's for a beginning. And you have a number of other players, to me, that are pretty close. I mean, Jordan Love could be close as a quarterback. Let's see. Oh,
McKinney.
Tom is a Pro Bowl player. That's three.
McKinney.
So I think they have three to begin with, and easily could have 4 or 5. So, no, it's a reflection of the problem with the Packers for many years and continues. Is they're good, but are they good enough? From the players to the head coach and to the GM. I did want to address the thing as far as the special teams coach, because there was a situation that never occurs in terms of addressing the coach, because generally it's hard to do, but not in this case, because it leads with, look, firing coach tough, but a very successful coach just fired his special teams coach in the middle of the season, and their performance is very similar to ours, to the Packers. And you haven't. What's the difference here? You cannot say that firing a coach in the midseason is out of control, because it's been done this year by a coach who is viewed as better than Matt LaFleur a little bit and tougher. And this would be another example of toughness versus lack of it. I would also add, halftime of the game against Denver, the announcer asked Matt LaFleur, what happened, because you had some problems with players. He said, yeah, we talked about it before the game or all week. And I thought she would say, I guess nobody listens, because he said, we'll talk about it again at half. My point, again, an example of, do they listen to him? Does the special teams coach listen to him? To appropriate questions, and not doesn't mean he should be fired, LaFleur, but a belief like that is most appropriate, especially in the context that you're looking at a coach at a position where a successful coach with a team like yours just fired his.
So, Homer, are you saying that he should fire Bisaccia?
I said early in the year he should have. I can't remember what game. It was on the post-game show. But, then the comment is, you never fire coaches in the middle of the year. No one ever does it. Well, they just did on a team similar to the ability of the Packers with a coach similar to LaFleur, both successful. So that's now I assume he's not going to do it because that's not how he rolls.
But he should. You're saying he should.
I would have, yeah. But I mean, this was before. There's a point and I don't blame him for what Dobbs did. I love Dobbs' answer, guys. How could you not root for that kid the rest of his life? 100% on me. Anyway, when things just screw up all the time, how many times do you hear it? You can't fire every player. You fire the coach. It's always something. And when it's always something, you got to make a change. Now, I believe what that something was. I can't even remember what it was early in the year, which is an example of how many times this stuff has occurred. This is not his fault. But they always seem to underperform. And at some point you say, I guess we could do better or do worse, but it'd be tough. And as Jason mentioned too, you're paying him all this money. You hired him with the concept that he was very good. So.
Yeah, I think generally what gets special teams coaches fired, and there would certainly be the example of this with the Rams, are returns for touchdowns. I think those are the straws that generally break special teams coordinators' backs when it comes to their employment. When you give up a big touchdown, that's what gets you canned, because those are colossal.
Punt blocks.
Punt blocks, yes. Remember, in the 2014 NFC Championship game that the Packers lose, we all remember the Bostic botching the onside kick. But really, the Packers were leading 16-0 at the time of that fake field goal, where no one seemed to have any clue that might occur, even though there were less knowledgeable sports writers in the press box saying, ooh, this feels like a time where they might try to get things going here with a fake field goal. And lo and behold, that's exactly what John Ryan, the ex-Packers punter, delivered. And Sean Slocum did not apparently see that coming. So, again, I think touchdowns are what get you fired. I don't think that just because Sean McVay and Matt LaFleur are friends, that Matt LaFleur would take a page out of his playbook and do that. I also think the dynamic with Matt LaFleur and Rich Bisaccia is vastly different, and he's also the assistant head coach. And I don't think Matt LaFleur for 1 second considered firing Rich Bisaccia. Is there a conversation to be had after this season that it might be time for new blood? Absolutely. But I don't see Matt LaFleur as being able to pull the trigger on that kind of a decision in season, especially with 2 games left in the regular season. Homer, do you want the Bears again in the playoffs, assuming the Packers get there?
What was the question again?
Do you want the Bears in the playoffs, assuming the Packers get there again?
Well, but the Bears are already in the playoffs.
Yeah, but we don't have to play them. Yeah, it's one of those days. Homer, do you want, of all the matchups, do you feel best that the Packers could beat the Bears, or do you like a different matchup?
I mean, I think it'd be great to play the Bears because
I do too.
As you both have said, I think they're better, but they were better in the game, and it took. There's things can happen to lose. I don't know. There might be a better situation if the Packers are at home, but especially given Cubs and the Brewers, it would be fantastic. But yes, I would be awesome to play the Bears, and very confident that the Packers would win.
Homer, I missed you on the postgame show on Saturday night, late. What was your big takeaways? No, I did miss you. What were your big takeaways?
No, I'm mad. No, they should have won the game. They just messed up. I still think that they find out on the 4th down play. The blitz was a great call, and I'm assuming Nixon was in the wrong place. Now, it was still a pretty good pass, but has anybody resolved who messed up on that play?
Jason's going to find that out today. Right,
That's
Jay?
my hope. That is my hope, yes. Maybe
but I thought
maybe
they
if
played well.
Nate
They
Hobbs
deserved
lets
to
me
win.
talk to
The
him.
quarterback was good. I felt bad. They were they didn't get lucky like the last time they played the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. No doubt. So, Homer, how concerned are you about this quarterback situation now? The fact that we don't know, obviously, Jordan Love's status, where Malik Willis is health-wise. We got old Tooney. He's up in the next guy. Where are you at as far as concern level heading into what is going to end up being another short week?
I agree with what you said. I think Love will play, and then they have a cushion to where even if they have to play Anthony Dilwig, other things can happen. This is about making the playoffs more than anything. So all they got to do is win one or Detroit lose one, right?
Yep.
So it would be bad, but even if the worst occurred, it's not. It doesn't mean they're not going to make the playoffs, and it prevents the one in whatever it is percent for the Bears to lose to. But I agree with you. I'd be shocked that if Love doesn't play.
We will hopefully find out more later today when Matt LaFleur addresses us at 1:15, and then we will be in the locker room a little bit later in the afternoon. But with Jordan Love in the concussion protocol, he will not be speaking with us. We'll see where Malik Willis's shoulder is at as well. Homer, do we have a Golden Eagles game coming up on the schedule, or are they off for the Christmas break?
They do not play until they play at home against Seton Hall. And Marquette will be an underdog.
Good
luck. Good luck. That's exactly what I was going to say. Thank you.
You bet. Bye.
That is Steve the Homer True. Again, you can hear him on the Homer Hour. I believe John Anderson's night is tonight. Tausch, the time has come again.
Ooh. This is on you this time.
Already?
Right?
It is.
Right,
time for the Iron Jock giveaway. Another tumbler at stake. The last number was what?
138, which is probably a lot. It's holiday week. Probably pushed, and Jesse's already, checked out. No offense to Jesse, but he's told us he's checked out. So you do whatever you want, Jason. I mean, it's obviously
I'm just gonna. I think I'm just gonna cut that number in half.
That seems reasonable.
That way, it still gives people an opportunity that are streamers to win the tumbler. Yep. So the number's high. It still punishes Jesse a little bit, but not, excruciatingly painfully.
I appreciate that.
So caller 69. Caller 69. Will be the selection.
That's half of 138.
Is that right? I was trying to do the math on
I couldn't do it in my head. It sounds right.
It seems right. Yeah, it seems right.
I appreciate you guys fact-checking me.
Yeah.
So I don't have to look that up for everyone.
All right.
Along with Patriots Pro Bowlers. Caller 69.
If you're looking for that perfect holiday gift, you just want to upgrade your own gear, check out the great sales right now at Iron Jock. I'm a big believer in their apparel. It's tough. It's comfortable. Got great exclusive silver ion technology because it fights that odor that nobody wants to have around. Check out the great deals on their hoodies, their tees, their shorts, and you can save big at ironjock.com. That's ironjock.com. Caller 69 will win an Iron Jock tumbler. That's caller 69. To win that Iron Jock tumbler at 844-770-3776.
Caller 69 wins the tumbler from Iron Jock. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you and your loved ones a happy holiday season from Grassland Dairy. Well, as you gather with friends and family to celebrate the season, remember that no holiday spread is complete without the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on your table. For toast, pancakes, dinner rolls, and everything in between, Grassland butter is the gift that keeps on giving. Grassland Dairy, again, extends a huge thank you to all of the hardworking dairy farmers across the state of Wisconsin. Without them producing such high-quality ingredients, Grassland would not be able to deliver that pure and delicious flavor on your table that we've all come to know and love. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Since 1904, there's no better product and no better taste than Grassland butter. Happy holidays from Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Try Helix Sleep's award-winning mattress, now at Steinhoffels, 20% off. Visit steinhoffels.com to learn more. Better sleep starts now.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yauk. Last week, Wisconsin Athletics announced the new NIL entity, Badger Athlete Partners. Jim Rutledge of the Jump Around wonders if it's too little, too late for UW.
You can't be dead last in adding something that is rudimentary in the NIL thing. I'm glad the Badgers are doing it, and I hope this isn't too little, too late for the Mac and Fickle era, but what in God's name were we doing the last few years?
Catch the Jump Around Thursdays at 12:30, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
Purchase your tickets, grab some friends, and get to the Sylvie on Thursday, January 29th for Andy North Trivia Night presented by Exact Sciences. Enjoy a fun and inspiring evening of trivia, music, food, and refreshments while helping to raise money for UW Carbone Cancer Center. This fun and inspiring event is hosted by Andy North, and along with the trivia, the lineup includes a silent auction, celebrity appearances, and prizes. Doors open at 6. Visit AndyNorthAndFriends.com to buy your tickets. Past year's events have sold out quickly, so get your tickets today.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot games. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot games. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. Right now, you can get Pella windows at a discount with Siding Unlimited. Yes, end-of-the-year pricing is a discount right before the 2026 price increases, saving you big money on your project right now. Buy now, install in spring, and lock in. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
ESPN Madison is on Wisconsin volleyball. Congratulations to Kelly Sheffield's program on another fantastic season. We look forward to 2026 for another year as your home for UW volleyball. 100.5 ESPN.
We'll get to the 11 o'clock hour momentarily. Matt LaFleur speaking at 1:15. So catchy.
I do like this one.
It's a good tune.
Jesse, who's our big winner today? Our second big winner.
Patrick and Spooner, the big winner of our Iron Jock second tumbler giveaway today. Where is Spooner? I don't know that.
It's up by Eau Claire. I think it's up by Eau Claire.
Ooh.
Right by that fork in the road.
So that's kind of funny that nice. That was actually really good. It's funny that Patrick in Spooner is eligible as a Wisconsin resident to win a prize, but someone in Chicago who is closer to our Milwaukee and Madison offices is not eligible to win the prize, but them's the rules at ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Indeed. All right, we need to get to the 11 o'clock hour because...
What's interesting about that?
That it's a shorter distance from our studios, and yet we're willing to, because they're within the state lines, they're eligible, and someone that could be just over the border but much closer in actual proximity to us is ineligible. Seems a little arbitrary.
Maybe it's just the holiday season, and it's got me all warm and fuzzy inside.
Holiday season.
But I feel bad as our YouTube dweller audience continues to grow, and
let's change the blanket rules.
That's what I'm saying. Our show continues to evolve in our digital presence. We have so many people calling in from Atlanta and Chicago and San Diego. Well, no, you don't. You can't do that.
No. We got 2 votes. We're a democracy here. 2 votes gets it done.
There are more people involved than just the 2 of us in this decision.
Just the 2 of us.
It's 2 hours north of Eau Claire, which is just that's a haul.
I didn't know you could go 2 hours north of Eau Claire.
Apparently you can. And you know what?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I bet you there's a lot of people in Spooner that put cans of beans out and take that spoon and just shovel it in over an open fire
with their horses.
With a rusty
masculinity
spoon
up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we tell them good luck with your beans in Spooner. You don't want to rely on luck when it comes to being injured in an accident, though. If it happens, obviously that's unlucky. But your hope is that you're taken care of correctly, and that's what Gruber Law Offices does. They make sure that you are taken care of. So make the call if you've been injured. Don't make the call if you haven't been. Hopefully you never have to. But if you do, you need to have the best team on your team, and that is Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Or go to the website, gruber-law.com. Our Power Rankings Tuesday, on an actual Tuesday, followed by double Wisconsin trivia. Are you kidding me? Stick around for the 11 o'clock hour. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. The Green Bay Packers continuing preparations for their Saturday night showdown in the home finale of the regular season with the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock, streaming exclusively on Peacock in the Madison TV market. Only fans in Milwaukee and Green Bay will be able to watch the game on over-the-air television. Every other place in the world, it is streaming exclusively on Peacock. The Packers have opened as 2.5-point favorites for Saturday night's game, in large part because we don't know who's going to be playing quarterback for either team. Jordan Love remaining in the concussion protocol after leaving Saturday night's loss to the Bears in the second quarter. Lamar Jackson also left the Ravens' loss on Sunday Night Football with an injury. Stay tuned for the latest over at ESPN.com and right here on 100.5 ESPN. NBA, the Bucks in action tonight visiting the Indiana Pacers. Tip time set for 6:30. Pregame coverage at 6 after Jim, Matt, and Molly. 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Packers press release just coming across my desk. Your Packers featured alumni this week. One of my guys, another guy that I can't say that I know particularly well from my time covering him, Jaron Elliott.
Okay.
Very efficient with his limited snaps. Maybe he's still got some eligibility left. And Geronimo Allison.
Oh, wow.
There's a name I haven't thought of in a while. He had some big-time catches during the Rodgers era. Another good example of little-known wide receivers that the Packers relied upon during the Rodgers era. So we welcome back to town Jaron and Geronimo.
Has Phillip Rivers changed your idea on how difficult it is to play quarterback in the NFL?
In terms of it's easier than I thought it was?
I would argue that playing quarterback in the NFL is as tough of a job in sports as there is. There's no doubt it carries the biggest burden of responsibility. Like you're running everything. And the fact that Phillip Rivers could come in after not doing anything other than coaching ball for 5 years, and comes in and could go 27 points and throw for I don't know what he threw for 250 last night. It makes me ponder a little bit. Yeah, is it that tough? I still think it is, just for the record. But it makes me think. And I love to think. Does that not make you think?
Things that make you go, Is that what you're saying?
No, it just makes me think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
CNC Music Factory.
It's a royalty deal. You can't go down that road. So
as long as I say it myself, I think I'm clear. It has been impressive. Now, I will say this, and I want to give proper credit. And once again, Jesse, you're going to end up missing your chance to go through the fascinating NFL Power Rankings from ESPN. I got a message from Paul on Facebook, which I don't get a lot of Facebook messages.
Facebook Paul.
FP.
Well, I didn't know if he wanted his full name out there. It starts with a KJ. You don't see the KJ to start.
Is that Norwegian?
That's what I was just going to ask you, actually.
Scandinavian,
that's literally the question I was going to ask you.
All right.
Because you're big on that.
Like a fjord.
Yeah, I do love the silent J. I do. And then the double L's that turn into J's, like it's a fascinating deal. Yamas.
That's just proof.
That's Spanish.
We spend way too much time together.
When we were in Peru, when I came back from Peru and I couldn't stop saying Yama. Do you not remember that?
But that's not
right. It's the same principle.
Well, okay, but it's
no, it is. It's the same principle. It's different, but it's the same principle.
My side hurts.
And that principle is what?
Letters that don't make the sound that you think they should make. Just to translate for you.
Exactly.
I'm a little concerned that I saw Paul's last name, then I thought of you, then I thought of fjords, and now we've landed exactly where my brain went when I got Paul's message. Now, Paul's message was this. I believe this occurred while he was watching the game last night.
Do llamas fall off of fjords? Is that what the question was?
Help me understand.
Well, I like this.
And that's why we're here, Paul.
Yes, I love to be able to understand. Yes.
That and to discuss what the KJ sound would be at the beginning of your last name. Micah Parsons was a big loss for the Packers.
No
but
doubt.
if Phillip Rivers can come out of retirement, why can't the Packers pull J.J. Watt out of retirement? I recently saw an interview of J.J. when he was originally in the draft. He said he would take whatever the Packers would give him. That was when he was free agency when he went to Arizona, Paul. But, yeah, I saw that too. It was with McAfee. But we knew that. We talked about that at the time.
Watt Watch.
Watt Watch was fun. So if you're Paul or if you're you,
why can JJ Watt come up, but Aaron Donald can't go back to the team he played for? That help me make sense of that.
Yeah. First of all, let me begin by saying I don't think JJ Watt, given the requirements of playing the defensive line versus quarterback, is probably where he would need to be to play. But Aaron Donald,
I bet he could play.
You think so?
You ain't going to ask him to come in and stuff the run. You're going to say, come in for third downs. You don't think he can still get to the quarterback? Guarantee you he could.
Well, should we call JJ and see if he'd be willing to consider this down the stretch? Because he wasn't a Packer, I don't know if the Texans or the, I guess it would be the Cardinals hold his rights, or if that just lapses. But I don't see that as a to-do list item because, to Paul's point, Goody didn't want him.
Did you ask anybody in Green Bay if that story is 100% accurate? You're telling me that Brian Gutekunst or Ted Thompson, whoever was in charge then,
it was Goody.
You don't think Goody would have given J.J. Watt $1 million to come play for the Packers?
He said
$5
5.
Are we really
he said $5 million. He said $5 million.
He said he would have came for anything, is what he said.
I thought he said he told them.
No,
that
he said money doesn't matter. I saw the quotes. Money doesn't matter is what he said. So I do a little research and get back to me on that because I don't think I'm pretty sure Goody would have said for $1 million or for $5 million. Pretty sure he'd have probably let J.J. Watt come into town,
even though he was already 32 years old.
For a couple $1 million, yeah, it's a flyer. I think even Goody would take. Maybe not. Who knows?
Also,
JJ got 30-some million bucks.
Correct.
By the way,
and also by the way, in fairness to Goody, he had a bunch of injury issues while he was during his brief time with Arizona. Did he not? I believe he missed the game at Lambeau Field.
He maybe did, but I'm telling you, if J.J. Watt said to his people, "I want to play in Green Bay for whatever it takes, I will go there," you'd be a fool to not say, "All right, here you go." And then if J.J. wanted to make $30 million compared to $2 million, I'm not going to blame J.J. But I'd like a little better understanding of that whole story before I just stamp it like, "Oh, yep, that's true," or "Yep, this is how it went." You know what I mean?
That first season with the Arizona Cardinals, he played in 7 games, and he had 1 sack.
One sack.
Now, in fairness to JJ, in year 2 in Arizona, his final NFL season, he played in 16 of their 17 games.
Yeah.
And he had 12.5 sacks.
Yeah, he had a good last season, for sure.
Yeah. Finished in the balloting for the Comeback Player of the Year award.
If J.J. Watt said right now, I'd come in and give you 10 snaps a game just for the playoffs, the Packers would be fools to not let him come do it.
I understand, but again, I don't think we're I think Goody is a principled guy.
He is.
I think he is you said this a long time ago. If you make exceptions, before you know it, you wind up with a roster full of exceptions.
That doesn't sound like me.
I feel like you did. I'm pretty sure it was on this program.
That's not a quote. That's not a quote I would do. But
it was a while ago. It's a throwback.
Okay.
Probably
It's not
6-7
really.
years ago.
Jesse, does that sound like something I'd say?
I'm not answering that.
Where are you at? You up to Green Bay right now, or how far on the road are you?
Mentally, I'm up near Fond du Lac right now, I think. Yeah.
You're by Spooner. I think you're up by Spooner.
Look, so anyway, whether you said that or I misheard you, I think Goody believes in what he believes. And I think he believes that having people who have turned 20, have turned 30, he doesn't want them on his roster.
For a price. I agree with you.
Because there have been instances, including one Jordy J. Nelson, who was ready to accept $2 million to return for the 2018 season, and his teammates talked him out of it because they thought it was disrespectful. But he didn't really want Jordy back either. We all know that. He and I have gone round and round and disagreed on that back in 19 and 20 when we debated that idea at the scouting combine. Bottom line is this. It's a cool story. I wish it would have happened as a storyteller. I don't think there is a price tag because that's great. You can say now, JJ can say now that, I would have done this or I would have done that. Mm-hmm. But even as much as he loves the Packers and he wore a Brett Favre jersey growing up, he wasn't going to sign for like minimum wage.
I agree.
Nor should he.
I agree with that too.
Did you think, because we did enjoy Watt Watch, did you think that was something that would have been worth doing in 2021 when you look back and you hear him tell that
Goody's
story?
Standpoint.
Yes.
1,000%. Yeah. Yeah. And there are exceptions to every rule, but once you make exceptions, then your whole roster's full. Is that what I said? Exceptions? How did that go again? No, you make exceptions for Hall of Fame talent.
Sounded pretty good there, by the way.
You make exceptions for Hall of Fame talent, and
except for Devontae Adams.
No, Jason. The difference is, Goody, I think, looks at it from I don't want 30-plus-year-olds from April to January. I can live with it from late November to January, where it's a small. The hardest thing about being an old guy, not about getting up and playing a couple games. It's answering the bell week in, week out, doing the practices, going through the whole deal. If you're just going for 3 weeks, like if Phillip Rivers had to go and do this all season, he ain't making it. I think he's going to struggle to make it through 4. He's 46, 45 years old, man. He can't move. So all of that, there's exceptions with where the calendar is too. And the calendar tells you if you can get somebody to give you some spurts that can make big plays, it's worth taking the flyer. I'm not interested in taking a flyer on a 38-year-old in April thinking he needs to be my guy for 7 months, because that is a recipe for disaster. But to bring somebody in for 2 or 3 weeks to make a playoff push, sign me up twice, baby.
J.J. Watt, for the record, is 36 years old.
Yeah, bring him in if he wants to. And you think that you could supplement and bring him in? Now, do I want J.J. Enagbare playing and getting after? Yes, I do. The Rashawn Gary piece to this has been really fascinating. It has not been a good 5 or 6 weeks for Rashawn. I think is he dinged up?
He's not. Look, I can, as much as I would like to make excuses for him and say that he's playing hurt.
Yep.
The Packers put everyone on their injury report.
Yeah, they do.
Like, they don't, skimp to keep guys
off.
Did
they put Kenny Clark on last year with his toe?
They did.
The whole season?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he was always off on Friday. So
yeah.
I as much as I would like to say that Rashawn Gary's playing hurt and that's why he hasn't had a sack in now 8 games.
Something doesn't smell right there.
I saw another clip that somebody was circulating on social media where, again, it looked like he was, to use the soft J, yogging on the play.
The 3 games in a row?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. And as you know, last week I tried to ask some probing questions, and I think I'm having a great season. So that's his perception. I'm not sure I agree with it. Jesse, let's play some trivia. What's today's category, and what caller would you like?
One of my favorite traditions that we do for Wilde and Tausch trivia every year around
Kringle
the holidays.
trivia?
It's not Kringle trivia. In the spirit of the holiday season, finish those holiday lyrics.
Only with royalty-free versions.
That is a new wrinkle this year. Yes.
Okay.
Finish those holiday lyrics. And because we didn't play yesterday, it's a holiday week, we are doing double trivia today.
Wow. So we need to do the 12 days of Christmas. So 12.
That would make sense, yeah.
And then Christmas Eve is tomorrow. That's the 24th. So let's go caller 12 and caller 24. What do you say?
Sounds great to me.
Does that work for you?
What do you
As
say,
opposed to
Jay?
69 and 138. Caller 12, caller 24 for Wilde and Tausch Trivia, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776, caller 12 and caller 24. Are you getting a tan with the way the sun's coming in at your undisclosed location there?
Beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Yeah. Getting some sun. Yep.
You look great.
Thanks.
Caller 12 and caller 24 plays trivia after I tell you about our great partners at Lakeland Supply who jumped on board this summer, and it's been great having them as part of our team because they, like us, have core values. It's an important piece to every successful business, and Lakeland Supply is no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified, a Future 50 winner. They're top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Lakeland isn't one of those catalog companies. They work to be your packaging and supply expert, building plans around what you want. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. So set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you and your loved ones a happy holiday season from Grassland Dairy. Well, as you gather with friends and family to celebrate the season, remember that no holiday spread is complete without the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on your table. For toast, pancakes, dinner rolls, and everything in between, Grassland butter is the gift that keeps on giving. Grassland Dairy again extends a huge thank you to all of the hardworking dairy farmers across the state of Wisconsin. Without them producing such high-quality ingredients, Grassland would not be able to deliver that pure and delicious flavor on your table that we've all come to know and love. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Since 1904, there's no better product and no better taste than Grassland butter. Happy holidays from Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Donate at nationalparks.org/foundation.
At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, we make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise we serve at every party. Our customizable party boxes, box lunches, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer the options you need to please any crowd. Whatever the occasion, we will never settle for being just good enough. Order on our mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and lease a 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport L for as low as $395 per month. Or browse their vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Very calming. I think they're opening the vault right now at Nakatomi Plaza. Isn't that what happens when the lights go on and everything in Die Hard? A classic Christmas movie. Time now to talk a little Christmas music with trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let's welcome in our contestants. First, caller 12. It is Bill in New Berlin. Bill, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We are doing well as well. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. And then caller 24 is Mike in Franklin. Mike, good morning. How are you?
Morning, fellas. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're great.
Super.
Thank you as well.
Super.
All right. So, Jesse, quick question before we begin.
Yes, sir.
Am I singing all these or am I reading them?
You can do whatever you would like, Jason. You have creative freedom for how you would like to present the questions.
All right. Well, here we go. So I'll give this a shot. Question 1, Bill, is this. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some blank, and we'll do some caroling. Is that blank pumpkin pie, games to play, or movie scenes that Tausch Academy assigned us to reenact, predicting the outcome of a Packers game months? Oh my God, Jesse! Oh my God! That was Jesse's headline. No reference there for the record.
I'm actually really bad at these. I'm not sure if it's A or B. I'll
Maybe
go
it's
with
C.
A.
Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. All right, 1 for 1, Bill.
That was a hard first question, by the way. I didn't know that one.
You didn't know later we'll have some pumpkin pie?
I didn't know.
Come on.
All right, Mike, your turn. Which
Why would I lie about that?
That's fair. That's very fair. Why would you lie? Mike, here is your question one, which I predict Tausch will say is easier.
Okay.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Fill in the blank. Is it everywhere you go, everywhere there's snow, or outfitted by Iron Jock?
Everywhere you go, A.
Jesse, I don't know about the remaining 4 questions, but you knocked the first 2 out of the park. I know you need positive reinforcement.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
That was excellent. Question 2, as we continue, I'm probably not helping their chances with my singing voice, but nevertheless, Bill, here's question 2. It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you, fill in the blank, be of good cheer, Santa is near, or winter is here.
I'm going to go with A.
Be of good cheer is correct. Question 2, Mike.
Boy, I ain't going to lie to you guys. I sing so many wrong lyrics to songs. I don't know any of these.
And you family carol every year.
Song lyrics might be one of your worst categories.
It's definitely not one that I would sign up for if I joined you in. Well, now that you and the Geese have broken up, you guys have flocked away. It's not my deal, for sure.
All right, question 2, Mike, which joins a song in progress here, which I'm hopefully not going to butcher.
It's like the Rich Eisen show.
Especially when we run late. Mike, question 2 for you is this. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph, fill in the blank, of our lives, of the skies, or here's our prize?
I'm not sure, but I'm going to say of our lives, eh?
Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. Come on, Jesse. With angelic hosts
proclaim.
Okay, that's it. We'll quit. All right, let's bounce back on that one next. But, Bill, you're up first.
There goes
with
a
your
perfect
question
Christmas.
3. Mm-hmm. All right, Bill, here we go. Question 3 for you. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star. Fill in the blank. For it's our highest vow, upon the highest bough, or up on the housetop now.
Yeah, I sing a lot of wrong lyrics too. I'm going to go with B, though.
B. B? Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Yeah, you nailed it. All right, well done for you. All right, here we go, Mike. Your chance to bounce back. Question 3. This is dirty pool right here.
Yeah, this is gonna. You knew it was coming,
Mike. I'm apologizing to you right now. Jesse is he is Merry Grinchmas from Jesse.
There were 2 ways this final one was gonna go. We'll see how it plays out here, and then I'll tell you what the alternative would have been.
I feel like this should have required each person to do this song for question 3, if I'm being honest. All right, here you go, Mike. Good luck. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10. Fill in the blank. Drummers drumming, lords a-leaping, or ladies dancing.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Lord. I'm going to go with Lords of Leaping. I have no idea.
Well done. Way to foil Jesse's dastardly plan.
If I would have given
Sorry
you
about that, Jesse.
If I would have given you Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, could you have got the next line?
Would it have been Feliz Navidad?
We want to miss you a Merry Christmas.
That would have been incorrect.
Well, what was the next line?
What is it?
Prospero año y felicidad.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
Gee,
so
way
good
to go,
thing we
Jesse.
went 12 days of Christmas. You're welcome.
All right, so Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Bill, you got all 3 of yours. I would argue that yours were easier. You got 4 entries into Friday's drawing because we'll be back on the air on Friday. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Go Packers.
And Mike, even though you got 1 fewer right, I would argue yours was a more impressive performance because Jesse definitely put a lump of coal in your trivia stocking. Nevertheless, you have 3 of the possible 4 entries into Friday. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you as well.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Hey, just one question before I go. Hey, I tried calling yesterday and couldn't get through. Why would they put Dobbs, who has the kazoo helmet, like from the Flintstones? Why would on the hands team? That was like poor coaching, don't you guys think?
Look, I don't understand necessarily what they're doing there with him also on punt returns, but look, we've seen him do this, right? He does have good hands.
He does.
Like, we also have seen him drop some passes this season. I'm not saying that didn't occur. He makes sense. What my question would be, and I think, Mike, maybe what you're also driving at here, is contact is not necessarily his friend with what he's dealt with. And you're going to get hit. So I think it's a fair question. And when we talk to Rich Bisaccia tomorrow at like 3:15 on Christmas Eve, we'll ask him. And we'll see what his answer is. Yeah, I'm covering the team.
Oh, boy. What a hero.
Hey. No.
Hey.
That's why you said, are you working tomorrow? And I said, I'm covering the team.
Isn't that what you do for a living?
It is, but again, like, there are people that are going to be working on Christmas whose jobs are much more taxing than mine. So I will we'll make it work. But we will not be, for your programming purposes, we will not be on the air tomorrow. And we will not be on the air on Thursday, on Christmas Day. We will be back on Friday to get you ready for Packers-Ravens on Saturday night. Just like you need to get your bathroom ready for a renovation with the great people at Kohler Services. I got to call Doug. We need to do that ourselves.
Yes, you do. And you have a great do it right now with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services, family-owned, 150 years. Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month, you can take 0 interest financing for 12 months on any Lugstone shower remodel. Plus, you get a free shower door. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote. And as always, fast, professional installation is always included. Again, that is KohlerServicesWI.com.
Whoa, Nelly, abbreviated, is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and your seat at the table just got better at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Return to Hard Rock Casino Rockford's high limit room, where the odds are in your favor. With enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on soft 17, you'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Visit the high limit room and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious, with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
If you're still hunting for that perfect holiday gift, trust me, go see Jim at Condon Jewelers. They've got the best gold prices in town, so your budget goes further and your gift looks way more impressive under the tree. And hey, holiday shopping can be stressful. If you've picked up the wrong gift, don't worry. Jim and the team at Condon will help you bring it back and find the right one. No pressure, no hassle. Just the kind of help you wish every store offered this time of the year. So make it easy on yourself and make it unforgettable for them. See Jim at Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Very fun trivia. Jesse, you think we can pull that off again on Friday? I kind of enjoyed that.
So I always struggle with, should we do it the day after Christmas? Because people, like, by the time you get to Christmas night, like, the radio stations go back to playing the other music.
I don't think they do. I think they play it all the way through, like, I don't know if that's true. I know the channels on Sirius XM last until years.
All right, well, I'm good doing it again Friday if you guys want to run it back.
All right, you and I have to do a duet, though, because old boy ain't singing. Because the precision of the lyrics matter.
What song do you know?
It's a good one.
Honestly, Jesse, I was listening
Silent
to
Night.
that, and I'm a little upset with myself. Like, this is all kind of coming full circle. My Goody stand-up was questioned today because of the Pro Bowl, and here I am. I love singing the wrong lyrics to songs. It's one of my favorite hobbies. But with that, I don't know lyrics to anything. I didn't know any of those. I didn't know, like, I would have been right on a few of them, but I didn't feel super confident with any of them.
You're shook between Goody and your carols. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
That's a good maraca.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
Why do we always eat at weird times on holidays?
What do you mean?
Like, whenever you go to Thanksgiving or Christmas, it's always like dinner at 3 or dinner at 4. No one eats dinner at 3 or 4 normally. Why do we do that?
I think Thanksgiving is, especially, we're football folks, so that plays a part in it. I don't think Christmas people are doing that.
That's what we're doing.
I don't know.
We're doing it twice on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It's going to be like
I
a
think
4
part of it
o'clock
is-
dinner.
Yeah, you got to balance some things because you're probably jostling around a little bit. So it's about making it maybe as convenient as you can. You want to go earlier in case people have to drive home. You don't want to have a 9 o'clock dinner and then people are driving home at midnight. That would be my guess. Dead air, huh? Good stuff.
Jason?
Thank you. I was wondering if I could go. The problem here, for me anyway,
What, my
is
voice
that
not decrescendo enough? Like, I thought I was pretty clear that I was done.
I did. I thought you would have. I'm sorry. I thought you had a stronger take there. I was wrong. I apologize.
Stronger
100% on
take?
me.
I said it's because stronger take.
We need a break.
I love early meals on holidays. I love that kind of 2 o'clock window. Unfortunately, tomorrow I will still be at Lambeau Field when some people are eating.
Bisaccia.
So that's what I was thinking about and wondering when I should fit that in. Next!
Whoa Nelly
What is Christmas Eve? Just wait a second. Nobody's doing Christmas Eve till after 5 o'clock.
No,
nobody's doing a
No,
Christmas
we do
Eve
Christmas
noon.
Eve. We do
Yeah,
Christmas
I think-
Eve.
I think people that have
nobody does a noon
multiple
Christmas Eve.
places to
Nobody.
go.
We got the double
No.
family set. We can do
No.
Christmas Eve by
Yeah,
Becca's
see?
family, Christmas Day by
Not on
mine.
Christmas Eve, they don't.
We got like
No.
4 Christmases in 2 days that we figured it all
Christmas
out.
Eve can't be done before 4 o'clock. It can't. It's not even Christmas Eve.
We're going to be leaving our house around like 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to head up for Christmas Eve. We're getting there at like 11 or noon, and it's full go once we get there.
I disagree. I don't think that should be allowed, but that's just my own opinion.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Whoa Nelly
Like, why not do like what I've seen people do? You do it the weekend before.
So
if you're going to do that.
All right, I hope we have a sorry, Rich Eisen,
Christmas
preemptively.
Eve is Christmas
Rich
Eve. It's
doesn't
not
care
Christmas
about
morning.
What?
Christmas morning is Christmas morning. Christmas Eve morning? I never heard of that. Is that something?
So Christmas is unique because it has Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for the double up. For other holidays, I could understand if like we have 2 families who both celebrate them. So if one is doing it a different day, we're able to make it work, like on Christmas. For Thanksgiving, you only have the one day to choose from unless you say, let's do it Sunday or let's do it Saturday. It's a little different than the Christmases because those have 2 days to make it all fit.
I disagree.
So would you there's conversation about us doing Christmas on January 24th instead of December 24th because of availability for everybody. That feels like it's pretty far away and like that's not really Christmas, even though there will be gifts and trees and food and
Christmas
whatnot.
Eve morning isn't really Christmas either.
It's in the name of the day. What do you mean it
Is
doesn't
it?
feel like Christmas? It's Christmas Eve.
It's not. Yeah, but it's
It
not.
is in
I mean,
the
I
name
get
of the
it.
day.
Hey, y'all do what you want to do. I'm just going to
Well,
tell you,
wait a minute.
I
What
don't
did
agree
you?
with it.
All right, you and Sarah have been happily married for 15 years.
Something in that ballpark, yeah.
What did you guys do like when you were dating? Did you not like go to the Tauschers one day and I don't want to reveal Sarah's maiden name?
What we would try and do is usually my family, we would organize around if we play on a Thursday or a Friday. I think we had a Friday game. We would typically reschedule and do stuff in January.
Okay, but that's adding the layer of I am dating / engaged to / marrying an NFL player.
Yeah, I don't think you get to be the arbiter on when people celebrate Christmas.
Hey, Jesse, put this poll in the field.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
If you have two sides of the family to see, do you, capitals, split up Christmas between Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? And I would guess that most then rotate them. So then the next year, whoever had Christmas Eve gets Christmas Day.
We do that with Thanksgiving and Easter, but we can do both Christmases, so we do.
Yeah,
and you should.
Team Jesse here.
No, I mean, it'll be real interesting, Jesse, if you guys decide to have kids and that comes into play. That changes the dynamic a ton. Okay.
True. That's why I asked you about pre-Max and Eleanor.
Yeah, and I just told you.
Well, yeah, kids change the calculus. I would agree with that as well. I agree with both of you.
Well, that's great. I'm just glad you didn't have dead air for 35 seconds like you did the last time.
35 seconds seems like a mild
Jones
overstatement.
Dairy Farm. I'll tell you one thing you can definitely do is make sure you get a ham. Jones has great hams. You can put that Christmas Eve at 9 a.m. like Jesse's eating. You can do it at 9 p.m. You can do it whenever. They're perfect for the holidays. And those sausage rolls you can add in the stuffing recipe. The pork for the orchetta.
Eat it at 2 o'clock on Christmas Eve, too, if you're smart.
If I may. The sausage is made with fresh meat only, no fillers, nitrates. It is all natural. Find all of Jones Dairy products throughout grocery stores across Wisconsin at jonesdairyfarm.com. And I believe Jesse put up another video. Eleanor and we did some fun Christmas Eve apps that we do apps for Christmas Eve. And we got bacon. We got that Jones Dairy bacon on everything. Scallops and scrimp and BLTs. Anything you could put that Jones Dairy bacon on, oh, baby, make sure you do it because it is fantastic.
Scrimp, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not as good as the orchetta.
We did the Buck and Honey's firecracker shrimp with the Jones Dairy bacon. Oh, boy. I don't care when you celebrate Christmas Eve if you're doing that.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Well, are you thinking a new vehicle or even some vehicle maintenance would help kickstart your new year? Well, then get in touch with the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust. When it comes to safe winter driving, the place to prepare is not on the side of the road, it's at Zimbrick Chevrolet. And as you're hitting the road to visit family, gather with friends, to watch the game, or to experience a snowy weekend adventure, make sure your vehicle is ready to take on the Wisconsin winter. Get a tune-up. If your car is due for a scheduled maintenance or just needs a tune-up, do it now. If certain parts are damaged, like the water pump, hoses, and belts, they could unexpectedly leave you stranded. Check the battery. Cold temperatures reduce a battery's storage capacity, and the more frigid the temperature, the more power your engine needs to start. Zimbrick Chevrolet can install a new battery in minutes. Some more winter driving advice? Check your tires, change your oil, and keep the gas tank full. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter roads. Call to schedule an appointment with the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie or online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today.
Last week, Wisconsin Athletics announced a new NIL entity, Badger Athlete Partners. Jim Rutledge of the Jump Around wonders if it's too little, too late for UW.
You can't be dead last in adding something that is rudimentary in the NIL thing. I'm glad the Badgers are doing it, and I hope this isn't too little, too late for the Mack and Fickle era, but what in God's name were we doing the last few years?
Catch the Jump Around Thursdays at 12:30, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
All day, every day, the Carbless talk and text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
We ask and you answer. Tune in to Jim, Matt, and Molly every weekday 4 to 6 and follow at Jim, Matt, Molly on X to vote in daily poll questions presented by Siding Unlimited, your local window installation pros.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We're on the Badgers.
Why in God's name, besides money, would you come to Wisconsin?
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
I am disgusted with the program situation right now. They have to prove me wrong, and I hope they do.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
We might be slightly late, but we still have time for Coors Light.
Always time for Coors Light around the holidays. Brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it is made to chill. Make sure those mountains are blue. That's when you know Coors Light is chilled to perfection. With all this sun out, you better make sure they're blue. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, at Golden, Colorado.
Merry Christmas. We will talk to you again on Friday. Enjoy your holiday. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on